Questions?
Madam Attorney General,
Sure.
will you commit to complying with that subpoena and appearing for a closed door deposition?
I made it crystal clear I will follow the law.
But does that mean you will? Does that mean you will appear?
Yeah, so under the Epstein Transparency Act, we had 30 days to redact and release, under the law that was passed, 3 million documents. If you stack those up, that's the height of the Eiffel Tower. No other administration, under the Biden administration, they released 0 documents. So we did our very best to comply with the law. And of course, we don't want any victim to be further victimized, and that's why we had 500 attorneys with the Criminal Division, with the National Security Division, with the FBI working around the clock to do the best we could. I think it was less than 1% error. Todd, do you want to add to that? Yeah. This has spanned 4 administrations: Bush, Obama, well, Trump won, 45, where Jeffrey Epstein was prosecuted, and then Joe Biden's administration, where 0 documents were provided. We have provided 3 million documents. 3 million documents, the height of the Eiffel Tower, used 500 attorneys working around the clock, have identified, either they self-identified or through their attorneys, 1,200 victims who we did our very, very best to protect their identities. And so we're proud of the work that we've done on this.
Do you feel like...
We just walked out of what has been, quite frankly, complete disrespect of the process of one of our members, and quite frankly, the American public should be outraged at what is happening right now. I want to just start by saying that we opened up what was supposed to be a briefing by asking the Attorney General, which I did multiple times, if she would commit to follow the subpoena that is in place that compels her to answer questions that's under oath, transcribed, and then made available to the American people. And she refused on multiple occasions to commit to following the subpoena that Chairman Comer actually just put out. It's also clear to us that this is being staged as some kind of fake hearing. We're in the hearing room. We've all been given 3 minutes of time by the chairman to ask questions. There's no briefing. There was no actual opening statements by the Attorney General or the Deputy AG.
No oath.
There was no, of course, she's not under oath. And she would not commit to actually going under oath and following the law.
All right, well, appreciate the Attorney General coming in for a briefing. It was very disappointing what the Democrats have done. I believe that was premeditated. They came out clutching their pearls, complaining that she wasn't answering any questions and things like that. The first 3 people to ask questions, all they did was complain. All they did was complain. They didn't ask any questions. The Attorney General's here, but they said they wanted C-SPAN in here. They want the cameras, and very, very typical behavior of the Democrats. Very disappointing, because I really felt like there were a lot of the Democrat members that cared about getting the truth. But I've never seen members storm out of a briefing with the Attorney General and the entire leaders of the Department of Justice are there to answer questions, and they don't ask a single question.
What we witnessed today was absolutely a farce. From the very beginning, AG Bondi has been obstructing justice. She has perjured herself multiple times, and she has been withholding critical documents that would inform this investigation into a pedophile, into corruption, and possibly quite deeper, because we do not know who was all involved. Today, what their attempt was to push this under the rug, do something off the record that they would not have to be accountable for.
We expect Lutnick to come in very soon. We have, some members of the committee have questions for him. No one's accusing him of any wrongdoing.
So 1,200 women are assaulted over a 20-year period, and they can't make a case? They can't make a case for for bringing anyone to justice? No one other than Jeffrey Epstein is going to face the consequences here?
It's all right.